I'm going to be doing some testing of these ionizers here. The first one is the brand new Vesta H2 water ionizer. Over to the left of that is the Athena water ionizer. And down the line is the Nexus Smart 7P. And then at the very end is the Nexus X Blue. Now these are all very popular water ionizers, but I want to tell you before I even start testing them, there's quite a difference in pricing. And I just wanted to go over that as part of my comparison today. They're probably good, better than each other to the degree that they're higher priced, but you still get very good quality even at the lower prices. And I just wanted to point that out. This one, the Vesta H2, right now is on sale because it's an introductory price for it for $2,695. Now, I wanted to also point out that there are 2 filters inside the unit, 13 stages of filtration. A filter set to replace that costs $200. Now, the estimated cost per gallon, if you just add it all up and divide it by so many years, I think I have it divided by 10 years, although they do have a lifetime warranty, is 50 cents per gallon of ionized water. Now, the next one down the line is on sale as well. It's the Athena, and that is $1,995. It takes ultra water filters. Now, the Vesta H2 is getting fitted right now for ultra water filters, but it doesn't take ultra water filters quite yet. But the ultra water filter set is about $200 for the set, and it's estimated that when you do all the math, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 cents per gallon of water. Okay, the next one down the line is the Smart 7P. The price is $1,495. It's a single filter water ionizer, so the filter costs $79.95. Estimated cost per gallon is 25 cents. Okay, the next one down the line is the X Blue water ionizer, and that is $895. And it's one single filter, and that is $79.95. So the cost per gallon works out to be about 17 cents. All right, now those are just estimated figures based on just the laws of averages, and all of these are likely to actually cost a little less than that amount. All right, the last thing that I'm going to test is this pitcher. It's the Well Blue pitcher. It's $49.95, and filter costs are $19.95. But because each filter is good for 70 gallons instead of 1,000 gallons, like all the other ionizers are good for 1,000 gallons. Actually, the cost per gallon is a little higher than some of the other models, 29 cents. But, on the same token, yes, cost per gallon is a little higher. It still will, be far less than bottled water. And it also does not require such an outlay of money up front. Now, there are a lot of filtering. This is a non-electric, obviously, pitcher operating on filtering based on Dr. Hayashi's work with ionizing water spontaneously in the presence of magnesium when you've got magnetized ceramics as well. So those 2 elements put together make spontaneous ionization. It's a lot lighter ionization than you'll see with the other ionizers, but it still nevertheless is pretty good ionization. All right, so now we're just going to go down the line of testing. I have got the Vesta I'm going to go ahead and test that first. And one thing about the Vesta is instead of having 4 levels of alkaline and 3 levels of acidic, I think it's very interesting. They have 5 levels of alkaline and 2 levels of acidic, which I like because really, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people like the fact that you have the lower levels of alkaline and that you still get antioxidants in that. So this is the lowest level they have is 7.5. Okay, and the next level up is 8.5. And the next level up is 9.0. Now, I did do some testing of a very similar machine called the Athena H2 about a month ago, and that did fantastic. I imagine that the Vesta H2 also will be similar. I am not 100% sure what the difference will be, though, between the two machines, if there's any. They basically are the same machine, just, you know, this has 9 plates and the Athena H2 has 7 plates. So, I'm really unsure what the difference will be. Oops, one too many cups here. Alright, so this last one says 10.0. It's probably going to go higher than that because my source water here is pretty high. So, one other thing to note about any water ionizer is that even if the panel says this pH, a certain pH, it does not necessarily mean anything really, because your source water is going to change things for this ionization process. So if your source water is lower to begin with, it will bring it up, but it will not bring it up to as high as mine. And also, it just is a little different from source water to source water. Okay, so I'm going to do the ORP. Okay, I'm just going to go right on down the line, and starting with the first, the 7.5 pH is a negative 127 ORP. Jumping up to a negative 300 or negative 400, maybe even negative 500. Okay, so it's a pretty big jump, like negative 500, I'm going to say. Okay, then that is jumping up to like negative 800. This at the 9.0 pH. And then this is going way up over negative 800. That's at the 9.5 pH. And then this is also quite high. It might actually be just equal to the other one. About a negative 857. So, okay, so those are all like just terrific. Hold on one second. Okay, so the next thing is just the pH. And I was telling you at certain pH levels, but we have to really check and see what they really are. Okay. Okay. So, this is like 8.2. The next one up is about 9.3. 4, 5. Next one up, about 10.8, 9. Next one up is about 11.5, 6. And then the final one is about 11.8, 9. Okay, so those are all predictably each one getting higher than the other one. And those are all really fantastic numbers. I believe that if the Vesta H2 is sped up, it may also give you good numbers. I had it on a fairly slow flow rate. I'm going to test all of these ionizers at the same flow rate, so I'm not going to retest the Vesta H2 right now. I will do it shortly when I am done with testing all the other ionizers, just to be able to then see if we are still getting those fantastic numbers at a faster rate. So anyway, I'm just doing this way to compare so that I'm a little bit better on comparing apples to apples. Okay. So this one is level 1 of the Athena. We'll go up to level 2. Go up to level 3. And then go up to level 4. Now this is the original, or not necessarily original, but this Athena has been around for many years. It's been upgraded almost every year, some way or another. But it just got a major overhaul and the new model is called the Athena H2. But this is the original, it's the one that I use with my family. And I think we'll find that it gives good results, especially at level 3, which is my drinking level. And really, because it gives such good results at level 3 is the reason why I haven't traded. Alright, so this is actually the first level, negative 240, or negative 250, let's say, which is actually really good. Okay, the second level, negative 700, well, it might even be negative 800. Going up so fast. Okay, well, I just call that a negative 800. And then the next one, level 3, like probably negative 850 even. I normally don't test the level 4 ORP, but just because I think it's a little too high for drinking purposes, while I test it, I'm sure it's going to go up to 1 point. Okay, negative 850. But I mean, it's a really high ORP, probably. Really, honestly, I'm going to say that these two machines are performing about equal. So I'm really thrilled to see that the Athena performs so well. One thing about the Vesta, though, it's got all brand new electronics. SMPS is just the most up-to-date version of that. Negative 864. And it's just really 21st century for sure. I mean, it's really upgraded. So I would probably if I was going to buy a new machine, I would probably buy the Athena H2. Now, whether the Vesta H2 is for you or not, I don't know. It probably is, with 9 plates, we'll probably go get a good result even at a faster flow rate. This flow rate is necessary for the Athena, though. Like about a 1.5 liters per minute is what I have it set to. Okay, I'm going to go on down the line here to the Smart 7P. And this is a very good, this actually is a very good model. I am impressed with this model. It has SMPS, and it really is upgraded. I believe the latest upgrade on this was in May-ish, and I'm going to say it's just got state-of-the-art. It really is, you know, state-of-the-art SMPS and all this for the electronics. So one thing about SMPS that I like is it's lighter. The machine is less heavy, and when you ship it or carry it around, travel with it, there's less bulk to maybe break loose. Although most people don't carry these things around. You know, I would imagine that if you just install it and stick it in your kitchen and leave it there, you've pretty much got, you know, equal longevity. So let me see. Okay, I'm going to do the ORP first. All right. Okay, so level 1 is like a negative 300 or maybe negative 400. I don't know, that might even go up to negative 500. I'll call it negative 470. Or whatever, negative 460. Okay, and then the level 2 is going up to like a negative 700, probably negative 770 or 80. We'll call it negative 775. All right, level 3 going up to like a negative 800. It's probably a negative 865, we'll call it. Or negative 864, fine. And then the last level, level 4, really, you know, kind of a moot point to test level 4. Really, level 4 on any water ionizer is specifically for cooking and cleaning and purposes, just to get higher alkaline. So about the same as level 3, basically, negative 859. Okay, well, those are really fantastic numbers. Keeping in mind the price difference, and that's why I really get excited about this one. It's really a state-of-the-art, really good, high quality, everything. And you know, another thing about Nexus water ionizers, they're big in the hospitals over in Korea and Japan. So I really like that about this particular company. All right, so the next one is we're going to go on down the line. This next one at the end is the X Blue. That's actually a very good, very popular water ionizer. We get, well, of course, obviously, the price is really right. One of the differences between the Smart and the X Blue are, one difference is Smart 7P has 7 plates, the X Blue has 5. But another difference is the Smart 7P has continuous cleaning. Whoops, let me power that. Oops, no, hold on. Okay, pushed the wrong button, sorry. So, all the other three ionizers here, the Smart 7P, the Athena, and the Vesta H2 all have continuous cleaning, which is big. It's actually really a huge deal. The X-Blue doesn't. So, but it has a good cleaning system, but it's just not continuous cleaning. I prefer continuous cleaning for a couple of reasons. First of all, it just the biggest reason is just because it keeps the plates so clean, and what that does for your ionization is big. It's going to keep it as if you just bought that ionizer brand new, pretty much for the life of your ionizer. So that's a big deal. The other thing is you don't have to wait for cleaning. With it, whenever you have an acidic wash type intermittent cleaning, when it's time to clean that, it's then, you have to wait. And, I'd rather just not waste the water or the time waiting for the acidic water wash when I can get it continuous cleaning for such a reasonable price. All right, so, but great results though. Negative 400, almost negative 500 on level 1. And, I just now realized I forgot to test the pH on the two other ionizers. Oh well, sorry. I'll have to just redo this. So negative 507, 8, 9, 10. Negative 513, 14, 15 on level 2. And level 3, like a negative 650 probably. Okay, it's probably going to be negative 700. That's why I'm just taking a second to wait. Okay, negative 700. And then level 4, probably going to go up to close to negative 800 anyway. And this is really fantastic results. The only thing with, it just probably doesn't have the pH range quite that the other ones do. But that is really good numbers. Negative 795, or, yeah. All right, negative 800. All right, so that's really, really good numbers. I will test the pH on this one. Sorry, I forgot to on the other ones. I'll have to go back through and redo, or, re-pour at those levels. Oops. This is okay. So it's like about a 8.2 or 3 pH for the level 1 or 4, and then level 2 is going up to like a 9.4, 5. Level 2 is going up to like a 10.9 or 11, and level 3 is going up to like 11.7 or 8. Okay, so those are all really, fantastic numbers, really. Let me go on. Sorry about this, but I have to re-pour some water from the Athena. Okay. And the Smart 7P, simply because I didn't get the pH on it. It's level 1. And feel free to skip this part of the video. Actually, you can go and into the little section that you can read underneath the video on YouTube. You can go in there and find the link to my blog post and just see all of this information on charts and whatnot, so that you don't necessarily have to watch the entire video if you don't want to. Alright, and then this last one is level 4. Alright. So now I already did ORP levels. I'm just going to go through and do pH levels. Okay, so it looks like about a 9.8, 9, 10. Alright, so it's pretty high on the first level, 10.4. Second level, 11.4. 11.5 actually. Third level, 12.0. So these numbers are higher than probably than the other machines, because I've got this machine set on its strongest settings. Okay. Alright. So I'm just going to go through and get the pH on these things. Alright. So it looks like level 1's like about a 7.7 pH. Level 2, 9 point, or 10.5 pH. Level 3, 11.6, 7, 8 pH. And level 4, 12.3 pH. 12.4 pH. So, and those are just the also I have this Smart also programmed to the strongest levels. Now, keep in mind that I have a high pH coming in St. Louis. Okay, so a couple of things left to do here. I'm going to test the Well Blue pH Alkaline Plus pH pitcher. I'm just going to put some water in here. And then the other thing that I was going to do is test the Vesta H2 at the faster flow rate. Okay. And we can just compare that. Now I've got it all the way high. I don't necessarily have to have it on the full height. It has a flow rate indicator here. I'm just going to put it up to the high part of normal, or the low part of high. That way, you know, I've got a gauge. Alright, that's level 1. And this next one, that was 2, and this one's, it says 9.0, but okay. This one's 4 or 9.5. And then this is the highest level. Okay. Okay, we'll start out with the ORP. And and that's actually really probably even better readings for the level 1 at the faster flow rate than it was for the slower. So it's probably similar to the old Vesta, where it actually performed better at the faster flow rate. It's like a negative 250 or a negative 260. I'll just call it negative 257. And looks like it's gonna go right on up to negative 400 for level 2, or close to it. Negative 395 or 6. This is the level 3. Like about negative 600. Well, it's probably going to go up to negative 700, I guess. Okay, and this one is level 4. Okay, and then this is the highest level. And these are really might even be better results than the Vesta H2 at the slightly slower. Okay, so like a negative 788. At that fast flow rate, that is very good. Okay, so that's the ORP. Let's look at the pH. Okay, so it's like about a 8.5 probably for level 1, 9.4, 10.1, 2, 11.3, 4, and then looks like also 11.4. So the last two levels are about the same, or 11.5. Okay, so those are all very exceptional, and no problems there. And the other thing I wanted to check out was the ORP now of the well blue. Okay, so I've got the probe sitting down in there. You can see that it's about a negative 107. Okay, that's the ORP, and then the pH. So it looks like about a 8.7, 8.8, 9.0. All right, so those are good numbers. You know, light, like I said, light ionization. It's not going to be as good as the electric ionizers, and that's just the way it is. But anyway, those all pretty much are going to give those results, basically. That's the light ionization that you get from this type of a device. Okay? All right. Thank you.